is enough! To bring up the past and seek revenge like this now, it's cowardly! Do you want to make us suffer so much?
Mary? What are you suddenly talking about? What did I do exactly? I didn't do anything.
Don't play dumb. You put trash in front of mine and Kevin's house, and even graffiti on the wall, didn't you?
Trash? Graffiti? I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you kidding me? I'm telling you to cut it out already. You're the only one who could possibly be responsible. Do you find pleasure in making us suffer?
You suddenly contacted me and accused me of something I had nothing to do with. What are you trying to do? I broke things off with you and your group for good. We're not even childhood friends. And yet you are saying I am now searching your house and harassing you? Don't underestimate me.
Our house is easy enough to find out about if you just ask around to acquaintances. You still hold a grudge against Kevin, don't you? That's right. This is your revenge for having your husband taken from you 3 years ago, isn't it?
What are you talking about with revenge? I told you I don't know anything about it, didn't I?
I really wish you would stop this already. Kevin was drawn to me because you have no appeal? So it's neither Kevin's nor my fault, is it? It's your own problem, and yet you act like we're the villains. You used to shout all those things back then, too, but didn't we forgive you for all of that? We even let you say your insults in anger because we couldn't help it. And yet you're still harassing us like this. If you have time to do that, then go work on improving yourself. You're not attractive, so you need to put in more effort than others, right? Don't you understand even that much?
You really don't listen, do you? It's not really me who's causing the trouble here, you know. I'm the one who's being harassed and bothered by you. Please stop already.
Are you still bitter about losing a high-income, high-status husband? It's impossible for you to find someone like him now, isn't it? If you dare harass me again, you'll regret it.
Hey, Laura. I heard from Mary that you were harassing our home. You seem to be the culprit. Do you still have feelings for me? Can't you forget about me yet? You suddenly contacted me and brought up this topic? I told Mary that it wasn't me. I'm not the culprit. Stay away from me. Are you planning to deny it now that you've been caught? How pathetic. Deny what? Huh? I already told you it wasn't me, didn't I? What do you and your wife want from me? Sorry, but I have a wife and family. I don't care about you anymore, haha. Can't you stop bothering me? I'm not doing anything. It's not me, you know? I'm grateful that you introduced me to Mary when we were dating. Thanks to you, I was able to find the person I truly love. But that doesn't give you a reason to harass me, does it? You're an adult, so you should understand that. Oh yeah, I remember now. Looking back, I'm glad I introduced a guy like you to Mary. Stop pretending you're strong. You still want to see me, don't you? That's not true. I broke up with you. I have no intention of ever getting involved with a man like you again. You're just pretending to be strong, aren't you? You wanted to get my attention so badly that you resorted to harassment, right? I get it. I'm not a devil either. If you really want to meet me, I'll do it for a fee. How about $100 per hour? Why should I have to meet you? Absolutely not. I'm actually struggling financially too. Mary controls our household finances, so I only get a $300 allowance per month, which I've realized isn't enough. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what to say even if you tell me that. If you still have feelings for me, I'm willing to be with you if you pay me. I'm a nice guy, you know. Treating me as an ATM? Stop joking around. I don't want to pay you any money. Don't you want to see me too? You're actually happy when I message you, aren't you? How much more are you going to mock me? I already told you that I don't want anything to do with you. This chance is a one-time thing. If you pay me, we can meet even though we can't go back to how things were between us. I think it's the best offer for you, don't you? You pay me and I'll put up with it. I'm being kind, right? LOL. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm already remarried and living happily with a kind husband. I don't want to have any more involvement with you. Please stop messaging me. Remarried? Who would marry a woman like you with no redeeming qualities? You're obviously lying. Doesn't that make you sad? Enough already! I cut ties with you! Don't ever contact me again! Your lies are so amateurish. I can see right through them. Did you really think I would be fooled by such a transparent lie? Do you want to make me jealous? You are such a shallow thinker. You just want to make a fool out of me, don't you? Well, do as you please. Goodbye.
Laura, you harassed us again at our house, didn't you? I told you to stop it already.
Here we go again. I already told you before, it's not me. I didn't do it. There must be another culprit.
Don't lie. You're happy to see me suffer, aren't you?
No, I'm not thinking anything like that. I just don't want to be involved with you anymore. I want to forget everything. Why would I start harassing you again?
What excuse do you have now? There was a pile of garbage in front of the entrance and even graffiti on the exterior wall. Why are you being so persistent? Just forget about Kevin already.
Hey, Mary, if you really think I'm the culprit, do you have any evidence? Did you report it to the police?
I'm doing you a favor by communicating with you, so don't talk down to me.
I'm not talking down to you. If you suspect me, do you have any footage from the security cameras? Did you consult with the police about security measures? The culprit should be found, I'm sure.
Why should I have to spend money on buying security cameras for your sake? I refuse. If you just stop harassing us, everything would be fine, wouldn't it?
Mary, I've said it multiple times already, but it wasn't me. I'm being accused without any evidence. Can't you understand how I feel?
Oh, I see. You won't admit it even if we go that far?
Why would I admit it? It wasn't me.
If you just apologized honestly, I would have forgiven you, but forget it. You owe me $60,000, including emotional damages.
What are you talking about?
It's about compensation. Pay $60,000.
Why do I have to pay money?
I'm telling you that I'll keep it from the police if you pay. Pay it!
I'm not the one who did it. I'm not going to pay.
It was for 2 months. You harassed me for 2 whole months, so you should pay for it.
2 months? You mean it lasted that long?
You're the one who did it. Don't act surprised now.
Hold on, Mary. It's impossible for me. I was on a trip with my current husband for those 2 months.
What?
I went on a trip abroad. There's no way I could have harassed you. If you want, I can show you pictures from the trip. See? Do you believe me now?
Wait a minute. You were remarried?
Yes, that's right.
I thought you still have feelings for Kevin.
Not at all. I've denied it completely, haven't I? Remarriage is proof that I'm happy with my husband now.
Wait. What? I haven't heard that you got remarried. Why didn't you tell me? We've been childhood friends, right?
Why do I have to tell you? You're the one who stole my husband. You're a homewrecker, aren't you? I won't bother telling someone like you about my remarriage.
But I thought you were harassing our house because you have unfinished business with Kevin.
That's why I've been saying from the beginning that it wasn't me. I've said it many times. There must be someone else who's the culprit.
That's...
You really seem to have been convinced that it was me. Is there no one else who might have a grudge against us? Like someone who, like me, got involved with someone else's boyfriend or husband? Isn't there anyone else?
I don't know.
Okay. Well then, it's not my concern. You have no choice but to continue to endure the harassment, so then...
What? Are you heartless? Can't you help me a little more? I'm really in trouble. I'm sorry for suspecting you of the harassment, so please help me. We're childhood friends, right?
So I don't care about us being childhood friends anymore. You ruined my happiness and now you want me to help you? That's too much to ask for. If you want help, go ask your beloved Kevin for it. He even asked me for money because he's short on cash, so I'm sure he'll do anything for you if you pay him.
Wait a minute, Laura. Please wait.
I'm sorry, but I have a life too. I can't keep being tossed around by you guys. Harassment is a bad thing to do, but I can sure understand how the perpetrator feels. Anyway, do your best, and that's it from me. Goodbye.
Laura, listen to me. As you suggested, I installed a security camera. Then it turned out that my friend from university was the culprit. That woman, she still held a grudge against me for stealing her boyfriend, so she was harassing me. Isn't that the worst? I can't believe she would do something.
What's with the attitude? I'm glad the culprit was found. Why are you venting your frustrations at me? You suspected me so much, and now?
But Kevin said that it might be you, so I thought it was you. I'm really sorry. But you know what? My university friend is also terrible. She said I put my hands on her boyfriend and collected evidence to demand money.
Oh, wow. That's really something. It must have been hard to collect evidence for something that happened years ago.
Why are you taking the culprit's side? I'm telling you, it's been tough for me. That woman demanded $10,000. Don't you think that's ridiculous?
Wait, hold on a second. You said you stole her boyfriend back in college, right?
What? That's not it. It happened recently.
Recently? You mean after you married Kevin?
That's what I'm saying. If it happened in the past, I wouldn't remember it.
You know, she has every right to be angry. I can't believe what you're doing.
Don't you think it's awful?
What are you talking about? You cheated and now you're trying to deny it. Just pay up and take responsibility for what you've done.
Why should I have to pay? It's not my fault that the guy was willing to come up to my room after I invited him in. Don't you agree?
Didn't you know that the man you approached was your college friend's boyfriend?
Huh? How could I not know? She was always bragging about him on social media, so I thought he was a great guy. But when I talked to him, he didn't have any good qualities and he didn't have any money, so we broke up after only a week.
You know, stop ruining other people's happiness. You've always been like this since you were little. You stole my precious doll, and when my art piece won an award in elementary school, you started saying things like, the one I made was stolen without any sense. And then, you even started flirting with the boyfriend I was dating. You know that? Even with Kevin, I didn't want to introduce you, but you threatened to make a scene if I didn't, which was really scary. So I had no choice but to introduce you. And as expected, you started cheating with Kevin.
But I was just envious, you know? It's natural to envy someone who has something better than me.
How can I understand that? I respect that friend of yours from college. Knowing you, you probably took some of that friend's things too, like their makeup or perfume. Am I wrong?
Well, I just borrowed them for a little while.
See, considering what you've done, I can't sympathize even if you're being harassed. Kevin was the same way. It's a good thing I broke up with that cheating man, but at the time, I was so devastated. If I hadn't met my current husband, I might have resented you too and not even be in this world anymore. Have you ever thought about that feeling?
I'm sorry.
It's no use apologizing now. Hurry up and pay your friend the $10,000 and apologize properly. That's all.
Wait a minute! Listen to my story till the end.
What now? Is there something else?
Well, that's because my friend thought I was going to run away when she told my parents about it.
Oh, I see. So she knows how to treat you, huh?
And then my parents got really angry. I haven't even been able to connect them since.
Oh dear, so you're completely cut off? Well, I made sure to explain the situation to your parents when I divorced Kevin.
What? You did that?
Yes, they were angry then too. Your father said it was embarrassing to have such a daughter. That's why you couldn't even go to your house to introduce Kevin, right? Mom told me later that there were some screams coming from your house that could be heard all over the neighborhood.
So that's why Dad didn't meet Kevin. What should I do? I was thinking of asking for help with the payment.
Help from your father? Why do you need his help? You were asked to pay $10,000, right?
That's right. Well, it's just that I can't pay it. $10,000 is a lot of money. That's why I wanted my dad to help me.
Is $10,000 a lot of money? You're in charge of Kevin's money, right? Then why can't you pay $10,000? You still haven't admitted your guilt, have you? Admit it and pay up properly.
That's not it! It's just that the constant phone calls from the collection agency are so annoying, so I was planning to pay it off, but Kevin's salary is hardly anything.
Nothing? What? Did Kevin quit his job? He seemed so happy working before.
No, he's working. But...
But what? He's not giving you any money? That can't be right. Kevin said he didn't have enough allowance, so he must be giving you money, right? I heard he entrusted it to you. You're not saying you haven't saved any money, are you?
I haven't been saving money.
What? He earns more than the average person. Why can't you save?
But because I spend it on going to salons, beauty parlors, and the other day they released a new makeup, and they said that only the first 100 people get a bonus, so I had to hurry and buy it. And I can't be satisfied with cheap aesthetic treatments. That's why I've been using our money for those things, and now we don't have any left.
Mary, I'm sorry, but I can't empathize with you at all. It's all for your own sake, isn't it? Does Kevin know that the money he earned is being spent on beauty salons and estheticians? Have you told him that?
I can't say that! I told Kevin that I'm saving for our future children, and I want him to help me save by cutting back on expenses.
Well, even more reason why I can't sympathize with you. You lied to your husband, selfishly spent money, cheated, and even got disowned by your parents. And now what? What do you want me to do for you? Do you want to borrow money? I'm sorry, but I have to refuse. Knowing you, you'll just borrow the money and disappear without a trace. It's not my problem.
Please don't say such cold things. Please help me. We've been childhood friends, right? Please.
No, I won't do it. Being suspected as the harasser, having my husband taken away from me? Why do you think I would help you? I've said it many times before, but I don't want anything to do with you two anymore. I'm living happily now. Don't bother me anymore. Don't rely on me. Don't contact me anymore.
Laura, please help me. I'll apologize.
It's too late for apologies. It's already too late. Well then, goodbye. Good luck with the payment.
Laura, please. Laura! Help me! Laura!
Laura, can you listen to me for a sec? Mary is such a terrible person. After she married me, she apparently cheated on me. And now, the woman she cheated with is demanding money from me. And since I can't pay, she's asking me for help. Why do I have to help someone who cheated on me? Isn't that ridiculous? Why are you complaining to me? I told you I don't want to get involved with you anymore, right? If it's about your marriage, you should try to solve it with your spouse. Can't you just listen to me vent for a bit? We're friends, aren't we? Besides, listen to this. I asked her what level of guy she cheated on me with, and she showed me a picture of him, and he's a whole lot uglier than me. She made excuses like, when I changed my voice he came with me, but cheating is cheating, right? How did I end up marrying someone like her? I'm such a pathetic guy, don't you think? Not really. Why? Why? Because I got cheated on. Don't you feel sorry for me? Don't you remember what you did in the past? When you were married to me, you cheated on me with Mary, didn't you? You're okay with your own infidelity, but you criticize Mary for hers? You're the lowest of the low. What's your problem? Are you still angry about that? Isn't it obvious? You betrayed me. Do you think I can just forgive that? Just so you know, I've known since childhood that Mary is that kind of person. She believes that it's okay to take or steal anything from someone who is inferior to her. And yet, you followed such a woman. If you can't forgive being cheated on, shouldn't you blame yourself first for cheating? Don't be so angry. I'm sorry. Don't you think you shouldn't be so angry with Mary? After all, you did the same thing. Just pay her the money, you have it. What do you mean, just the money? What do you want from me now? I told the same thing to Mary, but I'm happy with my current husband. Please don't interfere. You're just a nuisance. You and your spouse are. If you understand, don't contact me ever again. Goodbye. Mary apologized to her college friends and parents, but they didn't forgive her. She somehow managed to gather the money, but it turned out to be from selling Kevin's expensive car that he bought as a hobby. Kevin was furious that Mary sold something that belonged to him without permission and suggested a divorce. He insisted that Mary return all the money she embezzled under the guise of a salary management, but Mary refused to divorce, using her beauty as a shield. The two are apparently in the midst of divorce negotiations.